This is your everyday English class.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Cactus. My name is Anna.
And my name is Brian. This podcast will help you practice your English in a fun and natural way while improving your listening skills.
Let us ask you something. Have you ever understood English in your head, but when it was time to speak, your mind suddenly went blank?
Or maybe you know some English words, but real conversations still feel too fast or confusing.
If that sounds familiar, don't worry. You are definitely not alone. Learning English in real-life situations can feel challenging sometimes, especially when you want to sound natural and confident.
But here's the good news. Today's episode is going to help make daily English feel easier.
Today, you are going to learn some useful English words and phrases for daily life through a fun and natural conversation between two English learners.
You'll hear useful expressions for restaurants, shopping, daily routines, conversations, and practical situations you can actually use in real life.
And relax. If you don't understand everything the first time, that's completely okay.
Yes, after the dialogue, we'll explain the most important phrases, vocabulary, and cultural tips, so everything becomes much easier to understand.
So grab your coffee, relax, and enjoy the process. Little by little, your English will improve.
And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps us continue creating free English lessons for you, and you won't miss any new episodes.
Also, leave a comment and tell us, where are you from?
All right, let's begin.
Hey, Maya. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, Ethan. I'm doing well, thanks. A little tired, but good. How about you?
I'm fine. I didn't sleep very well last night, but I'm okay.
Oh no, why not?
I stayed up late watching videos in English. I want to improve my listening skills.
That's great. Keep going. Studying English every day really helps.
Thanks. I'm trying. Sometimes I feel nervous when I speak English.
That's normal. Don't worry too much. You're doing great.
Thanks, Maya. By the way, do you want to grab breakfast?
Sure, that sounds good. I'm hungry.
Me too. What do you feel like eating?
Maybe something simple. A sandwich and coffee?
Sounds perfect. There's a small cafe near here.
Great, let's go.
After you.
Thank you. That's very kind.
What do you recommend here?
I usually get coffee and toast. It's simple but good.
Good idea. I think I'll order that too.
Wait, let's practice English while we order.
Good idea. Okay, I'll try first.
Go for it.
Excuse me, I'd like a coffee and toast, please.
Nice. Very natural.
Really?
Yes. Maybe you can also say, can I get that with less sugar?
Oh, that sounds useful.
Yes, people say that a lot.
Your turn now.
Okay, excuse me. I'd like a sandwich and orange juice, please.
Wow, your English sounds really good.
Thanks, but I still make mistakes sometimes.
Me too. Yesterday I said, I have 25 years instead of I am 25 years old.
Oh yes, that happens a lot.
English can be tricky.
True, but practice makes progress.
I like that expression.
Me too. Learning English takes time, but we should never give up.
Exactly.
Wow, this looks delicious.
Yeah, enjoy your meal.
Thanks, you too.
By the way, what are your plans for today?
I need to go grocery shopping.
Oh, me too. I need milk, eggs, bread, and fruit.
Same here. We can go together if you want.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Nice. After breakfast?
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect.
This coffee was really good.
Yeah. By the way, it's on me.
Really? Thank you so much.
No problem. Next time you can pay.
Deal.
Ready to go shopping?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, first things first, I need vegetables.
I always forget my shopping list.
Me too. Sometimes I buy things I don't need.
Same here.
Oh, look, apples are on sale.
Nice. I love apples.
Me too. Do you prefer green apples or red apples?
Red apples. What about you?
Green apples.
Good choice.
Thanks.
Excuse me, did you say green or red?
Green.
Ah, okay, sorry.
No worries.
By the way, how often do you study English?
Every day, even if it's just 15 minutes.
Really? That's impressive.
Small steps matter. Study English every day.
I should do that too.
You can start small. Listen to podcasts, watch short videos, or learn something new every day.
That sounds easy enough.
Exactly. Don't make it too difficult.
Sometimes I feel embarrassed when I make mistakes.
Don't feel embarrassed. Mistakes are part of learning.
You're right.
Think about it. Babies make mistakes when learning to speak too.
That's actually a good example.
Thanks.
Oh, I need pasta.
Pasta night?
Maybe. Do you cook often?
Not really. I'm still learning.
Same here.
Cooking and English. We're learning everything.
Exactly.
Oh no, I forgot my wallet.
Really?
Wait, never mind. It's in my bag.
That scared me for a second.
Me too.
By the way, what time is your English class?
At 6 p.m.
Online or in person?
Online.
Nice. Do you like your teacher?
Yeah, she's very patient.
That's important. What about you? Are you taking classes?
Not right now. I'm learning by myself.
That's still great.
Sometimes it feels hard.
Keep going. You're improving more than you think.
Thanks. I needed to hear that.
No problem. Thanks for the motivation.
Anytime. We're learning together.
All right, I should head home.
Me too.
Take care.
You too. See you next week.
See you.
All right, now let's talk about today's dialogue because there were so many useful expressions for daily life.
Yes, and don't worry if you didn't understand everything the first time. That's completely normal. We are going to explain the most useful phrases, vocabulary, and even some cultural tips to help you understand everything better.
Exactly, and here's something important. Listening more than one time really helps. The second time always feels easier.
That's true. Okay, let's start with some of the most useful phrases from Ethan and Maya's conversation.
Early in the dialogue, Ethan said, "I didn't sleep very well last night."
This is such a useful phrase for daily life. Maybe someone asks, "How are you today?" and you feel tired. You can say, "I didn't sleep very well last night."
Exactly. And notice something important here. He used didn't sleep, not don't sleep, because he is talking about the past, something that happened last night.
Right. You can also change this sentence depending on your situation. For example, I slept really well last night, or I only slept for 4 hours.
And this is a very natural thing people say in English, maybe before work, before school, or even when talking to friends.
Then Maya said something very encouraging. Keep going.
Oh, I love this expression.
Me too. It's short, simple, and very powerful.
Keep going means don't stop. Continue. Stay strong. Continue trying.
Imagine your friend is learning English and says, "English is hard." You can answer, "Keep going. You're doing great."
Or maybe someone is exercising, studying, working on a goal, or learning something difficult. This phrase works in many situations.
And by the way, if you are learning English right now,
Keep going.
exactly, you're improving little by little.
Another super useful sentence happened at the cafe. Ethan asked, "What do you recommend?"
This is one of the best expressions for daily life.
Absolutely. Imagine you go to a restaurant, cafe, bakery, or even a clothing store, and you don't know what to choose. You can simply ask, "What do you recommend?"
This sounds natural, polite, and friendly.
Let's imagine you're at a coffee shop. The worker says, "Would you like something to drink?" And you say, "What do you recommend?"
Super natural.
You can also say, "What would you recommend?" This sounds slightly more polite.
But honestly, both are great. Then Maya gave another useful phrase. Can I get that with less sugar?
This is such real-life English.
Yes, native speakers say this all the time.
Notice how useful the structure is. Can I get that with? Because you can customize things. For example, can I get that without cheese? Can I get that with almond milk? Can I get that with extra ice?
Exactly. And don't be afraid to personalize your order. In English-speaking countries, people do this all the time.
Yes, nobody thinks it's strange. Now let's move on to one of our favorite parts, vocabulary.
All right, let's begin.
The first word is tired.
Such a common word.
Yes. In the dialogue, Maya said she felt a little tired. The word tired means you feel sleepy, exhausted, or without much energy. For example, I'm tired after work. She looks tired today. I'm too tired to cook dinner.
This is a word you will hear all the time. Imagine someone asks, "How are you?" Instead of always saying, "I'm fine," you can say, "I'm a little tired today."
That sounds much more natural.
Exactly. Real conversations usually sound more specific.
And here's a useful opposite word. The opposite of tired is energetic. For example, I feel energetic today.
Or simply, I have a lot of energy today. Our second important word is hungry.
A very important survival word.
Definitely. In the dialogue, Maya said, "I'm hungry." That means she wants food. Simple and useful.
Examples. I'm really hungry. Are you hungry? Let's eat something. I'm starving.
Oh, and let's explain something interesting. Starving means very, very hungry. For example, I skipped lunch. I'm starving.
Native speakers say this a lot, but don't worry. You can simply use hungry and people will understand perfectly.
And here's the opposite. I'm full. After eating, you can say, "I'm full," meaning I ate enough.
Example. The food was delicious, but I'm full now. Supernatural. The next word is recommend.
Oh, this one is fantastic for daily life. In the cafe scene, Ethan asked, "What do you recommend?"
The word recommend means to suggest something. Maybe food, maybe a movie, maybe a book, maybe a place. For example, can you recommend a good restaurant? I recommend this movie. Do you recommend this app?
Let's imagine you are at a coffee shop. The worker says, "Would you like something to drink?" And you say, "What do you recommend?"
Supernatural. You can also say, what would you recommend? This sounds slightly more polite.
But honestly, both are great.
Now we are moving to one of the most interesting parts of today's episode. Cultural tips and daily English curiosities.
Yes, because learning English is not only about vocabulary and grammar, it's also about understanding how people actually speak and behave in real life.
Exactly. Sometimes you know the words, but people still sound confusing because they use natural expressions or cultural habits that textbooks don't teach.
And today's dialogue had many examples of that.
So let's talk about them.
First cultural tip. In the cafe scene, Ethan said, "What do you recommend?" Now, here's something interesting. In many English-speaking countries, especially in places like the United States, Canada, and the UK, asking for recommendations is very normal.
Yes, people ask questions like, what do you recommend? What's popular here? What's your favorite thing on the menu? And nobody thinks it's strange.
Actually, workers often like helping customers choose, especially in cafes or restaurants.
Let's imagine you are nervous because your English isn't perfect. You don't need difficult words. You can simply say, what do you recommend? And that already sounds natural and confident.
Also, here's a little cultural detail. In some countries, people expect workers to help them choose, but in some English-speaking countries, workers might wait for you to ask, so don't be afraid to speak up.
Next cultural tip. Let's talk about personalization. In the dialogue, Maya said, can I get that with less sugar?
This is very common in English-speaking countries. People personalize everything: coffee, food, drinks, sandwiches, even small details.
For example, people say things like, no onions, please, extra cheese, no ice, less sugar. Can I get almond milk instead?
And here's the important thing. Nobody thinks you are difficult.
Exactly. Many English learners feel shy asking for changes, but trust us, this is normal, very normal.
People customize food all the time, sometimes even too much.
Yes, you might hear someone say, can I get a large iced coffee with almond milk, extra ice, no sugar, and caramel?
That happens every day.
All right, everyone, now it's time for something super practical.
Yes, we are going to give you some simple sentence models so you can start building your own English sentences in daily life.
Don't worry about speaking perfectly.
The goal is simple: speak, practice, and communicate.
Even short sentences can help you a lot in real life.
Exactly. Let's practice together.
Let's start with simple daily conversation examples. Maybe you meet someone in the morning. You can say, "Good morning, how are you today?" Or something even simpler, "Hey, how's it going?"
If someone asks how you are, try different answers. Instead of always saying, "I'm fine," try, "I'm a little tired today." "I'm doing great." "Pretty good, thanks." "Not bad." These sound more natural.
Now let's practice food and cafe English. Imagine you want to order something. You can say, "I'd like a coffee, please." Very easy, very natural.
Or maybe, "Can I get a sandwich, please?" You can also personalize your order. "Can I get that with less sugar?" "Can I get that without cheese?" "Can I get extra ice?"
And if you feel nervous and forget everything, use simple survival English. You can simply point and say, "This one, please." That works.
Or if you don't know what to choose, "What do you recommend?" Super useful.
All right, everyone, before we go, let's do a quick recap of what we learned today.
Today, we practice some useful English words and phrases for daily life through a natural conversation.
We talked about useful expressions for cafes, restaurants, shopping, daily routines, small talk, and real-life conversations.
We also learned practical phrases like, "What do you recommend?" "Can I get that with less sugar?" "How often do you study English?" "I'm just looking, thanks," and many more.
Plus, we talked about vocabulary, cultural tips, confidence, and how small daily practice can make a huge difference in your English journey.
But now we want to ask you something. Are you only watching English videos, or are you actually practicing?
Because knowing English is one thing, using English is another. Even 5 minutes of practice every day can completely change your confidence over time.
So here's your challenge. Today, try using at least 3 phrases from this episode. Just 3. Maybe when talking to yourself, maybe writing a sentence, or maybe speaking out loud.
Don't wait to feel ready. Start before you feel ready. That's how improvement happens, little by little, day by day.
If today's episode helped you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new lesson.
Share this podcast with a friend who is also learning English. Learning together makes everything easier and more fun.
And tell us in the comments, which phrase from today are you going to use first?
We would love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Take care, keep studying English every day, and remember,
Little progress every day becomes big progress over time.
see you in the next episode.
Keep practicing, keep improving. Take care.